When anything comes up in our lives, we want to stay in flow. And I was just chatting with Mika as we were transitioning back over here that, man, in the olden days, back when we didn't do a lot of this work, we would have got super triggered, really anxious.
Especially me. Oh my God. I would have just been, if it didn't turn out perfectly, or if there were any issues like this, I would just be like, I would be in so anxious right now. But I'm not. I'm like, yeah, we'll fix it.
Oh my God.
We'll get it all together.
Yeah, totally. People are beginning to trickle in. So we just stay in flow. You know what? And we talk a lot about and thrive, about keeping our equanimity, being the eye of the storm when things are raging on around us. The maelstrom is raging on around us, right? It could be anything. It could be things that are happening out in the world. It could be things that are happening in a relationship. It could be things that are happening from within, right? But there's still that still center that we all have the opportunity to be able to connect with, even when the storm is raging within. And even if it's going on outside of ourselves, we stay centered in that equanimity. And that's our opportunity, right? And this is a great opportunity right now for Mika and I to practice in there, for everybody to be in this flow together, right? Because if we are able to be in our equanimity, stay with our equanimity while the storm rages on around us, then we become unflappable, unstoppable. And that's really what we're looking for in life, right? So that's what we want to really get related to is our ability, each of your ability, who are listening right now or on the playback. What is that storm? What is that thing that keeps on popping up? What is that thing that keeps you stuck? What is that thing that has been there? And you say, man, if I could only get beyond this thing, if I had a magic wand and I was able to create peace around this area, or create empowerment around this area, or create abundance around this area, what is that? And what do you feel is the thing that's keeping you from being able to manifest that? And there is the space to be able to practice that equanimity, to be able to practice that peace. Because many times when we bump up against those things, we lose our balance and our alignment. And we're going to be talking a lot about that over the next couple of days. Balance, alignment, being in energetic flow, being in the alignment with the frequency, the resonance, and the vibration of whatever it is that we're looking to create for ourselves. Thank you. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate it. You know, whatever that is for ourselves, we want to make sure that whatever's happening, we allow ourselves to come back to center. And you know what? It's always the simple things. It's always starting with taking a breath. There's many, many actions to take. But let that always be the first action, to get reacclimated, to take that deep breath right here, right now, to center. Because many times in our lives, throughout our lives, the majority of our lives, we're not conscious of our breath. We're allowing that thing that is our most precious thing, our most precious commodity that we could ever have is our breath. You can go 30 days or more without food. You can go 7 days without water. Trust me, I've gone long periods without food or water through fasting and dry fasting. But breath, I'm talking about a few minutes. This is the connection. This is the secret where we can connect back to our own power. So whenever the storm is raging on around us, let us take that deep breath. Let that be the first action. Besides going, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to take care of this, I got to take care of that, I got to breathe, oxygenate the cells. And then from there, you take the action. And then what comes forth?
Yeah. And a big part of it is trust, right? Just trusting that everything is always working out for you, no matter what's showing up in your life. Like just now, like the old way of being, if I was trying to do something that I said I was going to do, and all of a sudden all the technical difficulties came up, the old way of being would have been to go into fear, anxiety. Why is this happening? Oh, I messed up. I definitely go into like self-blame and probably just throw in the towels. Be like, you know what? Forget it. No, this is another example of everything working out for us. I don't know why. I don't have to know why. You don't have to know why your life is operating, the circumstances are going the way that they are, but you have to trust that it is working out for your highest good always, always. There's tons of lessons, tons of guidance that comes in, as like Kaleo said, you keep your equanimity, you keep your peace, you keep your center, and continue to move forward with your life, no matter what shows up.
Absolutely.
So,
and that's what we were talking about here, right? How to fast track your life's purpose through plant medicine and mindset training. This is it. We're on the court right now, and everyone's going to get the opportunity to work through the things that we're going to be sharing and that we're going to be discovering together over the course of these next couple of days. You know, some people are even putting in there that, you know, for them, it's abundance and money flowing freely without having to be earned, all of those things. Absolutely. Some people are talking about love. Some people are talking about fasting. Some people are talking about breathing. So there's all of these different aspects that we're going to be what is an equanimity, to be balanced.
Yeah, to be balanced, just that balance, everything being balanced within.
Yeah. Beautiful. Feeling alive. Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome.
That being said, let's dive right in.
Let's dive in. Thank you everyone for your patience.
Absolutely.
We do respect your time. So we will just dive right in. Yeah. The first question I just want to ask everybody here is, who has had a plant medicine experience? Just a quick Y or N, yes or no?
Yeah.
Who here has had a plant medicine experience? And if it is yes, to what kind of plant medicine?
Yeah. Yes, no, no problem. And just to let you folks know that you haven't had to have a plant medicine experience to really squeeze the juice out of this. It's going to be for everybody. It's just there's access through the plants that we've been able to experience that has really aligned us with being able to manifest what we've been able to manifest in our lives. And so we always will respect that beauty, the beauty of nature, the beauty of the plants, the power of nature, especially as we're sitting here in this snowmageddon, as this literal storm was raging on, right? Our car is dum-dum. We don't have any power up here. There's trees that are down everywhere. You respect the power of nature, and the power of nature within these plant medicines is incredible. There is really starting to shift the collective consciousness of our entire planet, especially as the wave begins to come back to the Western world in a new way, where we are seeing stage 3 clinical trials of things like psilocybin mushrooms, even things like MDMA that people are using. It's not a plant medicine, although it does come from sassafras. So when you're looking about seeing the components that make this up, it always comes back to the plants. It always comes back to nature, right? And so when nature gives us these beautiful plants in order for us to be able to expand ourselves and align energetically with what it is that we're looking to create in this world, align with our higher selves, which we're going to be doing here in the next couple of days. Aligning with our higher self, aligning with spirit, aligning with source, gaining that intuitive hit in order for us to take action towards what it is that is seeking to be birthed in our lives right now. And that's exciting. It's
exciting time.
Yeah.
Exciting time to be alive for sure. Okay. Another question is, who here feels that they know what their life's purpose is? And there's no wrong answer. There's no like, oh, if you don't think you know, it's fine, but just yes or no. And if it is yes, and then you feel like sharing what that is, you can type that in. So who here feels like, okay.
We have a healer. Beautiful.
Okay. Amazing. Perfect.
Anybody else? What's a healer? Beautiful. Tarot card reader. Beautiful. Psychic abilities.
Love it.
Yeah, I love it too. So many people who we work with, their spiritual gifts are starting to
fitness, beautiful.
Yeah, health and fitness, beautiful, are starting to blossom, right? We, like Mika always says, what we do is we activate people, you know, when we're just talking to one another, you know, she's like, because we love it. And she's like, what we do, we help people to do is activate that light, activate that love, activate that spiritual connection, activate that spark that's in there that's seeking to be birthed.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, if you're here right now or you're listening on the playback, you are being activated right now. Just setting that intention that you have all set, because if you're here, there is some aspect of your life's purpose that is like really seeking to be activated. And so no, if you are here, that's what's happening right here, right now. Know it, feel it, believe it. Your life's purpose, that healer within, that health and fitness person within, that tarot reader within, whatever it is that is that part of life's purpose, because as we'll talk about, life's purpose encompasses a whole lot. But whatever that part of your life's purpose that is seeking to be activated right now, it's being activated in this moment right here, right now, by you either being here or listening on the playback.
Yeah. And most likely you're someone with spiritually minded professional, right? We always get, this is the same kind, the healers, the people who are a conscious entrepreneur, people who are ready for a huge transformation as well, and people who are ready to make an impact, right? In their own lives, make an impact in their communities, make an impact in their families, make an impact in the world at large, right? These individuals are starting to blossom. There's an activation, there's an ascension that is occurring right now, a collective consciousness shift that is occurring. This isn't a woo-woo thing. This is about an energy, and everything in life is energy. So when we look at it from that perspective, we can see how things are beginning to be activated within ourselves. We see how certain things are beginning to tumble and crumble in order for new things to be born in the world and within ourselves, within our old paradigms and belief structures. And that's what we're going to go over today. We're going to get really crystal clear about and get aware. What is our true north? What are we giving ourselves over to? What is our life's purpose? And we're going to go deep into that, but understand that this is an energy game. The entire thing is an energy game. From a thought to where we give our attention to these computers here, to our breath. The entire thing is an energy game. So we get related to this in terms of frequency, vibration, resonance. We can have a new perspective on how we can shift not only the space around us, the energy around us magically, but most importantly, the space within, right? Because that is where everything starts. And it's easy for us to focus on it outside, because that's how generally we've been taught to focus out here, right? Look at this, listen, have a ping, have a ding, have a thing, right? And we put it within our body, or we take it in and we're unconsciously, we're taking in all of this energy. But when we dive into that timeless space within, that priceless space within, that space that is forever, there's a space within each and every one of us that is seeking to be expressed. And that's what we're doing here. Life's purpose. In this way, using the energy that is within in order for us to connect to a space and a divinity that we've never experienced before. That's what's happening. So that being said, sending so much love, light, and aloha, we're going to connect right here, right now, and dive right into this challenge.
Okay.
Let me share this.
All right. We're going to share our screen here with you all. And yeah, I wanted to reiterate how excited we are to share this with you guys, because this really, these two aspects, plant medicine and mindset training, are what shifted the needle for both Kaleo and I, and literally just catapulted us into life's purpose. It really was like a rocket ship that took off, and we'll go more into that as we go through the challenge.
Yeah. So again, how to fast track your life's purpose through plant medicine and mindset training. Okay. So this is a 2-day challenge, right? If you can make it the entire time, fantastic. If you had to see something on a replay, that's fine too. But if you can be here live, that's always the best, right? So that you could be in the frequency and the energy and the vibration of what is occurring, because all of us here have an impact on this. Even if you're in the chat, you have an impact on how things are being created, how this energy is being disseminated, right? So when we're looking at things in regards to a challenge, we want people to understand this is a challenge, right? We want to have people sitting on the edge of the seat. We want, as a challenge, things to push us. right? And my kids, I think of them, and when we're looking, they want to play video games quite a bit, and they love playing video games. And it's never about the easy video game that they get excited by. It's the challenging video game that they get excited by, because that's the one that draws something out of us, draws our best out of us. And so when we're talking about a 2-day challenge, that's what we want to do. We want to sit on the edge of our seats and reach outside of our normal comfort zone. We want to reach outside and look for a perspective that is possibly shifted from what we've already is our normal belief structure, our normal paradigm that we live into. And when we do that, then there's all of these other opportunities that arise from that space. So we do want to challenge. We want to step into this and know that when we're taking a quantum leap, as we always say in Thrive, it's going to meet 3 criteria. It's going to excite you 100%. It better. It's going to stretch you, and it's going to scare you a little bit. Now, I don't want you guys to get scared like, oh my God, what's happening? No, but it's going to be something that you get the butterflies, because on the other side of those butterflies, that excitement is fear. So we want to get really related to that. And so when we get related to that, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a scare of stretching out, of maybe sharing ourselves or saying something that we've never said before, of speaking our real truth. What does that feel like to express ourselves 110%, to do something that we've never done before? This is the opportunity that we're taking on. And so when we say it's a 2-day challenge, we don't take that lightly. We're stretching out and taking on something that we've never done before. So we want you to be on your edge of your seat in that way and come from that with that energy.
Yeah. And really take this on. Really take this on as a challenge. Like, in these 2 days, by the end of these 2 days, you will dive into your life's purpose. You will define it, you'll take action on it, and you will start actually living into your life's purpose. Okay. So there may be sections of this where you're like, I don't want to give up. I don't want to think about it, because that thermostat level, you're used to operating at a certain level. But when we're pushing ourselves and breaking through to that next level, it can take something. It can really take something. So we want to really challenge you guys to stay with this, stay with the work. It's not hard. It's not hard. It really is not hard. I want you to also to get related to, this is actually easy work. It takes something, but it's actually easy, because your soul came here for a reason. It came down to this earth, this planet at this particular time, because it has a particular mission that you want to fulfill upon. And your soul has the answers. So all we're really doing is tapping into what we already know, tapping into what you already know. Okay. So you can take it on. Yes, it's a challenge, and you may bump up against some things where you're like, that could stretch me a little bit, but it's actually not hard. So I want you to get related to that.
Yeah. And again, beginner's mindset. We're going to make a powerful decision to do something that we've never done, and we're going to take action on it. Okay?
Yeah. And also I wanted to say here that I know a lot of you, and I know what high level of consciousness you already come from, and that you've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of work on yourself. And for this particular, these particular 2 days, I want you guys to come with a beginner's mindset, because when you come with a beginner's mindset, something opens up. When you come in with like, oh, I've done this, or I already know this, and it just closes you off to new possibilities. So come in with like a childlike wonder, just that curiosity of like, oh, maybe there might be something new here that I am going to discover. Because when you come in with that type of attitude and mindset, that's what will happen.
Beautiful. So the objective is to, 1, confidently and powerfully be living into your life's purpose by the end of day 2. You're living into it. You got a blueprint. You're taking action on it. You know what it is. You've got your true north. You've got the things that you're doing on a daily basis. We're going to set all of that up, right? So that's what one of the objectives is. 2, to be lit up, energized, and inspired by your goal, where it's not something where it's like, oh, that sounds nice, or, oh, I guess I could do that. No, it's something that is seeking and calling from within to give yourself over to that we don't take lightly. This is your life's purpose. Now, at the same time, we don't want you to get significant about it. Like, oh my God, if I don't have this, then who am I? Then what am I? All that stuff. That's old machinery. We're leaving that in the past. We're optimizing what we're up to creating. We're not living from an old, I'm not enough paradigm or belief structure. Leave that at the door, okay? What we're doing is turning the page. We're creating a new chapter right here, right now. And when we're talking about being lit up and energized, what's on that blank page? If you have a magic wand and you hit that magic wand and you say, this is what my life looks like. What is that? We don't take that lightly, but we do understand that that is available. Trust us, because we've been through those spaces and places and been able to manifest the things that we've desired for the highest and best of all concerned. And here's the truth. It doesn't always look the way that you think it's going to look. It may not always appear the same way that you thought it may, but we trust in the divinity. We trust that the universe has our back, and we know that we are living into this grandest, greatest version of ourselves because we experience it every day. And that's the gift that this work has for all of us. This is the gift that spirit and source and God and nature have for all of us, to understand these secrets, if you will, but it's just the truth of what is so. And when we have our mindset and aligned with our true north of what our life's purpose is, we live into that every day. We take action towards that, and we vibrate, and we have an energy and resonance and frequency of that every day. And we're going to talk about how to set that up. We're going to talk about how to be unshakable. We're going to talk about how to be unstoppable. This is what we're up to creating. And so again, yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but we want you to be on the edge of your seat, but not be significant. We're going to have fun here. This is stepping into your grandest, greatest version and have that childlike, like Mika said, that childlike wonder, beginner's
mindset. Opening a present. You know, it's kind of like opening a present. You're like, oh, I wonder what's in this little box here, you know, and you're opening it up and you're peeling it back and you're like, okay. And that's kind of like what we're going into this challenge with, is that childlike wonder, that curiosity, and knowing that there is like a beautiful surprise that you're going to tap into. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. There's so many exciting things that are going to unfold that we have no idea, right? But you're going to start to peel back that onion and find it for yourself. And number 3 is to be in action towards manifesting. It is not enough to talk about it. It's just not. That's where it begins, within the imagination. And yes, you can conjure all of those things, but what we get the opportunity to do is attached to that energy that is within the quantum realm, within the block universe, where everything that has, is, or will ever be is existing right here, right now. Attach and connect with and align with that energy in order to bring it here in the 3rd dimension, in order for it to be created. Just the same way that someone shot rockets up to the moon and put a man on the moon, same way that an iPhone is created, same way that the wheel was created. This is all the same principles. We use the faculties of our imagination in order to take that thing that has already been created and bring it into the 3rd dimension. Now, again, we start within the mind. But to be in action towards manifesting it, it takes us to bring that into the 3rd dimension. And when we bring that into our 3D reality, then we'll be able to actualize it as a game, as a way of being able to play within this life. And we want people to get related to that. This whole thing is a game. Okay? Get related to your life as a game that we are playing within a fun game. And yeah, stuff comes up. Let's not get, you know, we're not going woo-woo. We're not being spiritually bypassing. We're not saying, oh, things don't come up and you don't get triggered and you don't have sadness or you don't have strife or the anxious moments don't come up. Of course. Of course. And like the Buddha says, you know, that pain is natural, but suffering is optional. This is what we're looking at. This is how you are playing the game. Yes, all of those things come up, but how we relate to them makes all the difference of how reality shows up and how you show up for yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. And your circumstances may not even change, but how you see yourself in the mirror can change absolutely 180 degrees. And all of a sudden you're living a brand new life, even if nothing else around you has changed. And that's through the faculties of your mindset your energy, your frequency, your vibration, and aligning to your grandest, greatest version of who you are. Who you are. It's here, it's present, it's already here. That's the gift. And just know, I'm getting all the goosebumps right now. Just knowing that all of us are taking our lives to the next level, that we are ascending, that we are taking our experience of reality to the next level, and then allowing that to ripple out into the world. So many of you said that you're a healer. You're using your spiritual art. You're using your spiritual gifts. Beautiful. Well, the world is counting on it, counting on you to show up and show out and be in action and share your gifts. That's what we're doing here. This is sacred work.
Yeah, I really feel like, we live all these lifetime over lifetime, and it's like, oh, well, if I don't actualize it in this lifetime, I'll get another lifetime. But I feel like for some reason, this lifetime is a little bit different. Mm-hmm. I feel like we are in a time right now that is so, I'm getting like the goosebumps in my head right now, and the chills in my head. We are living in a time right now that is like the greatest consciousness shift that possibly has ever been. It feels really big. And it feels like the people that are here to really create that shift, the time is now to step into what you came down here to do. It just is. It's just a little bit different for some reason in this lifetime, which makes it really exciting.
Yeah.
It makes it really exciting. And so just know your importance here. You're a huge piece of this puzzle. So it's really time to start really diving in full speed ahead to your life's purpose.
Beautiful.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is life's purpose? We're going to dive in here. What is life's purpose? And the way we like to look at it is it something that's traditionally, or is it versus how we look at it is holistically? What is your life's purpose? Through the lens of what it is traditionally or what it is holistically. Traditionally, you're looking at career. What is my job? Right? And it may be. That's absolutely what we want to look at. Is it something that you're going to be doing and giving yourself over to a career? If so, yeah, we want to get related to what that is. But there's another way of looking at life's purpose. Looking at life's purpose through the lens of holistic approaches, holistic, energetic approach to life's purpose. And when we look at life's purpose through that lens, it's more along the lines of what is seeking to be transformed, healed, and birthed from within. Okay? So, is it going to be career? Absolutely. It's going to be your career or your job or whatever you're giving yourself over to, a craft for sure. But it's also foundationally things that are seeking to be transformed, healed, and birthed from within.
Yeah. So that might look like a relationship. That might look like I am here in this lifetime. Part of my life's purpose is to heal particular relationships or to manifest particular relationships. It may be to tap into abundance, like I've never tapped into abundance before in any lifetime. There's just different facets of life's purpose that are in a lot of different areas, just besides, your actual career, so that's what we're going to be looking at as well. We're going to be looking at it from more of a holistic approach to life's purpose.
Yeah. And so when we look at it, the life's purpose, we look at it from the perspective of a 12-spoke life's purpose wheel. This is the way that we have always looked at least for the last several years when we actually put this together. This is through the Thrive Integration Program. And it's basically everything on these 12 spokes, everything that you would be looking to create in your life is going to be fit into one of these spokes. We've done this work for over 20 years in different meditation groups and different coaching circles and my wife has a master's in psychology, spiritual psychology. This world is what we've been a part of for over 20 years. And when we started to distill all of these things, it always fit into these sections. And plant medicine has assisted us in being able to create this that you see right here. The plants actually are the assist as far as what is the way in order for individuals to really look at their life's purpose and be able to approach it from an aspect of what is seeking to be transformed, healed, and birthed from within. So when you look at that, we say, this is your life's purpose. This is the way we want to look at it from all of these different spokes, and some of which we'll be looking at as we go through this 2-day challenge, okay? So these are the 3 steps to fast track your life's purpose, okay? One is going to be your sacred mission. Okay, today we're gonna define what that sacred mission is. We're gonna get really clear about what it is that, how you could best serve your energy based on what your answers are and what you come forward with. Okay, so we're gonna define what that is. So be on the edge of your seat for that, because you're gonna get really related to what your sacred mission is. 2 is that plant medicine activation. This is something that in our lives has been huge. That's why we're doing what we do. We were called by the plants in order to do that, and we'll share more about what that looks like and how that occurred for us. And then 3 is mind align. As we said, our mindset is what creates our entire reality. And we'll go more into that. But these 3 components is how we will fast track our life's purpose. We need to be clear about what that is. We use the plants in order to activate that, in order to get us into alignment. And then from there, we are able to integrate it with mindset training, mind alignment.
So when you're really clear about what your sacred mission is, and like Kaleo said, the plants can really help to activate what that is. And we'll work on it tonight as well. But when you're really clear about what your sacred mission is, and then you align your mindset with that sacred mission, you literally are unstoppable. Because sometimes, and maybe some of you here have been experiencing that, it's like maybe you kind of know like the realm of like why you're here and what your sacred mission is, but that mindset keeps you pulled back into those old paradigms of, oh, that sounds kind of difficult, or I could never do that, or how do I even start that? You know, we get into like the disempowering kind of mindset, and it really takes us away from our sacred mission. So when we get our mindset really like crystal clearly aligned with our sacred mission, it's you literally can just like rocket ship into your life's purpose.
Yeah. So let's take a deeper look at each of these: sacred mission, plant medicine activation, and mind align. Okay. So sacred mission, number 1. What we're looking to do and what we're looking to align with is gaining clarity around your mission. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to gain clarity around your mission, and then we're going to take that off into tonight for the challenge, and then we're going to build on it tomorrow. But know that clarity is available. Then we're going to align with actions to take. What are the actions that are in alignment with that sacred mission? That's what we're going to look at today. Okay. Then we're going to also figure out how to manifest it energetically. Because again, everything is energy. So when we get related to that energy, vibration, frequency, resonance, our resonance, the law of resonance is what precedes the law of attraction. So if we want to manifest something in the 3rd dimension, we need to first have our resonance in alignment with what it is that we're going to create. And then by law, the law of attraction is activated, and then we're able to manifest it here in the 3rd dimension. So we want to get related to that, and we're going to share with you about that on this 2-day challenge. Next is the areas to transform and heal. What are those areas? As we said, life's purpose: transform, heal, what's seeking to be birthed from within. And in there is absolutely your career or your job or whatever it is that you're going to give yourself over to. Next is what you desire to manifest and why. The why you want to manifest it is almost more important than anything else, anything that you want to manifest. Because that's going to get to the crux and the foundation of what it is that you're actually looking to experience. It is never, and you can, underscore this, highlight it, circle it. It is never about the thing. It is never about the new Lamborghini. It is never about that new home. It's never about that new relationship. It's never really even about health and wellness. It's about what you feel like you're going to be able to experience as a result of you manifesting that in this 3rd dimension. So is it going to be, man, I have this relationship because I want to feel love. I have this Lamborghini because I want to feel love. I have this home because I want to feel love. It's always going to be in the space of love, joy, fulfillment, freedom, connection, peace, ease. These are the things that we're looking to actually create. These are our whys. And when we get real about it, then we could say, oh, these are the reasons why I want to have or experience any of these things. And that's what we're going to get really related to. The pain and the gain. What is it going to cost you by staying where you're at? We want to get real about that. And then what do you gain by stepping into your greatest version of yourself and living into your life's purpose? These are our whys. And when we get related to that, we're going to go through that. And then when we get related to that, that's what drives us. That's our leverage point. And we'll go over that as well. As you see here, leverage. We must have leverage in our lives. Leverage is what keeps all of us doing anything that we're doing. Leverage is what gets you up to go to the refrigerator to get food out of there, to drink water, to go to the bathroom. There's always a leverage point for everything and anything, to go to work, to be here right now. There is pain and pleasure that are being activated. And so there's a promise of pleasure here for sure, 100%. And there's also us using the leverage of pain in order for us to activate and move, in order for us to get to the next stage of whatever it is that we're looking to create. And some people would say, in the spiritual circles, I hear it a lot, they don't want to look at the pain. The pain is natural. We have to allow that space to come in, but we don't wallow there, because there's also people in the spiritual community who say, oh, I'm going to just sit in there. And for them, I'm no judgment, but if there's no space to allow that energy to pass through us and we're allowing it to be stuck, then we're kinking the hose of energy, and energy flows. Be like water. Be like water allows energy to flow. Yes, you feel the pain. It comes. Feel it completely. But we don't cinch it. We don't dam it up. We allow that thing to move through us, get the lessons, understand that all the pain and anything that comes up around there, it's always a gift. It's always a lesson. It's always something that we get to teach from. And it's always something that we put within our quiver and to be able to heal others from. This is the gift of any pain that comes into our lives. So we have a brand new perspective about pain and about anguish and about anxiety or anything, even a depressive thought. There's a brand new perspective. And so when we have that new perspective, and this is the evolution, this is the ascension process. Instead of getting stuck, how our old paradigm and belief structure was to get stuck in that space and stay wallowed and stay small, we allow that to pass through us, channel. And when we allow that to channel through, we accelerate our healing, and we accelerate our ability to heal others. This is our gift. And so that's when we talk about leverage points. This is what we're looking at. Yeah, you want to feel the pain. You're going to feel the pain. Feel it, and then allow it to channel through. And that's your greatest gift, not only to yourself, but to everybody else around you. That's the sacred mission. Number 2, plant medicine activation.
My favorite. My favorite. Okay. So, I mean, there's so much that we can talk about here.
It's days and days just on this.
For days, but literally, like, why we wanted to share the plant medicine activation part of this all is because it literally, for both of us, has been the thing that just launched us right into our life's purpose. And that's what the plants help you to do. They help you to discover and manifest your life's purpose. They, I think many of you have had a plant medicine experience. So, it opens these new realms and doorways of consciousness in awareness. For myself, it was like such a gift activation. So many people that I have been in contact with and sat in ceremony with, it's, their third eye has awakened. One of our good friends, she had to wear sunglasses for weeks because she came out of the plant medicine experience and she was seeing colors and auras. And all of a sudden, she has now learned how to turn that on and off. But that's part of her gift is that she sees energy so clearly. And so having these plant medicine experience can really highlight and activate gifts as well. And should we tell our story about the the Maloka?
Yeah, absolutely.
About what happened with us?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if you want to go through everything first. If you get
go ahead. You can take over from there.
Yeah. So I just want to highlight, obviously, plant medicine activation, about the intention setting that goes on there. when we go into plant medicine ceremonies, we should always be setting an intention. And the intention may be to say, I'm going in without an intention, but at least we're giving ourselves a conscious awareness to that space. We're giving a space of reverence. What they talk about is set and setting. James Fadiman was the grandfather or the godfather of microdosing. He talked a lot about set and setting. So when we are going into plant medicine experiences, we don't do it like when I was in college and I just threw some mushrooms in my mouth. And God bless it, I had an incredible experience for sure. It expanded my consciousness, but we're not talking about that anymore. We're not talking about taking it on with a laissez-faire attitude. We're not doing it as something like a party. Recreational. We're taking it on as something that is taking and expanding us into the next realm, something that is allowing us to see beyond the old paradigms and constrictive belief structures in order for us to step into and align with our greatest version of ourselves, to accelerate everyone into the next dimension, including ourselves as we're going through the process and being in a space of grace and ease and equanimity as we're going through that process, right? So intention setting is so important. And so when we talk about intentions, yes, in the plant ceremony experience, but also here, we want to live an intentional life. We want to have our intentions be in everything that we do. When we wake up in the morning, giving gratitude, prayer, meditation, whatever it is, setting that stage when we're just coming out of our sleep state, and our brain waves are ripe for the influence. And so we put in there the good things. We are putting ourselves in alignment with the grandest version of ourselves, with the best thoughts that we could possibly have, with a space of gratitude and an energy of love and light first thing in the morning, not to go over to our phone, pick it up and start to get into somebody else's agenda. We are living an intentional life. And so that means we're waking up out of that sleep state, out of that beautiful sleep state, and we are creating our life from jump. And we do that throughout life, how we eat food, how we have conversations, how we walk down the street, how we dress ourselves. We want to be intentional. We don't want to just be going through life and allowing an old paradigm or belief structure to lead the way. We are living an intentional life. So the plants have guided us to be able to see how we can live that intentional life. The other aspect is what science has really proved, right? Science revealing that psychedelics enhance neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. So science used to believe that our brains were set after 18, that you weren't able to really expand on much after that. You could learn some things, but you weren't able to really rewire. But new science has understood, and again, this isn't a woo-woo thing. This is something that's it's across the scientific field. They've understood this to be true, that psychedelics not only allow us to have that neuroplasticity and allow us to be able to silence the default mode network in order for us to be able to have these new strokes of insight in a beautiful way. But that from there, we create new synapses, new connections. New neuroplasticity creates these new neural connections that will last throughout life. And it's similar to like a groove in a record. You'll see a groove in a record that's in there. And you have to imagine that your brain is like that, is that it has that same record that's playing and you know what that record is, right? That same record, that same song that's playing over and over and over and over again. Well, what we have the opportunity to do through plant medicine is rewire so that we have a new groove and a new track and a new song is playing. A new belief is implemented. A new paradigm is created. And when we do that, we shift everything. And that's from the space that we work from going forward. And that's what psychedelics has been able to do for people, plant medicine has been able to really shift that for ourselves. And science is starting to see that across the landscape and starting to push that into the really the mainstream. That being said, we talked about default mode network and what we're, again, gaining clarity with a proper setting and guide. So plant medicine ceremonies are important to, as we mentioned, setting, and a guide. You always want to have somebody who is with you. Now, I know a lot of my peers, they'll have mushroom ceremonies on their own or even heavier psychedelics on their own. You can, and they've had incredible experiences. We would always recommend a guide for people. that everybody has a guide that they're sitting with. Because if you have somebody who has experience, like we've been able to have with some of our mentors, incredible guides who have been able to hold space, lift the energy. We have a Shipibo chief that we sit with in Peru, who just with the rattle and his voice is able to lift up the energy and shift the entire frequency of the room just with his energy. And it is magical. And it is something that you would have to be experienced to even understand. It's an ineffable experience. But we just share that because these guides are able to lift and transmute things in a way that seems magical, but in the moment, it's just what is so. And that magic is something that's available to all of us all the time. So I just wanted to talk about that. Did you have something to share?
Well, I just wanted to say that like how it has helped so many people and ourselves included really fast track into life's purpose. When several years ago, when I had my first ayahuasca, or we had our first ayahuasca experience, we were sitting in the Maloka at two different spots in the Maloka, and part of my intention for going in was I wanted to know my life's purpose. Why am I here? Why am I here? Who am I? Let me know. And I went in with a really clear intention, and that can really, really help when you're sitting with plant medicine. And Kaleo and I, at the end of the night, we were sitting in different parts of Maloka. We come back into the room, and Kaleo's like, Mika, I know what we're supposed to do. I got my purpose. I know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to work together. And I said, too, I got a download too. And he's like, okay, share with me what yours is, and then I'll share mine. And I said, we are supposed to work together. We are supposed to create a program to help people integrate plant medicine experiences. And we're supposed to create a healing center in Hawaii. And Kaleo's like, ditto.
Yeah.
I got the exact same thing. I mean, it was like, we were both just jaw dropped, and that can happen. Like you can get a direct, like, this is what you are supposed to do, and that's how we got it in that particular time. Sometimes it doesn't come out as like step 1, 2, and 3 like that, but it will, like, over time, if you're working with guides and you can speak with integration people, you can really suss out the messages from the plants. And if that's your intention to really discover your life's purpose, you can really tap into that.
Yeah, awesome. And then number 3 is mind align. Okay, so we're going to go over this quickly because that'll be more of what we do tomorrow. But it's really brain training, like we were talking about, creating those new neural pathways, having that neuroplasticity be a part of whatever it is that we're doing. Dissolving old paradigms and belief structures. We'll get into that tomorrow. Mindset training, giving you an advantage in implementing your action steps that help to manifest your life's purpose. It's really mind align is a gym for your mind, your spirit, emotional space, cultivating an empowering, energetic space. So just like you go to the gym to work out, we're talking about a gym for the mind, a gym for the spirit, a gym for your emotional space, so that we can keep ourselves strong. That's what you go to the gym for, to be limber and strong, be healthy. We want to be healthy in spirit and mind and emotional space as well. So we are really cultivating that gym mindset of putting in the reps like you do at a gym, but doing it in their mind, right? So that we can create whatever it is that we're looking to create. Mindset training keeps you in consistent alignment with your purpose and mission. Having our mindset always in awareness. This is awareness training. So we talk about that. We'll do more of that in day 2. And then when a powerful mindset is not in place, life's purpose will occur as a far-off dream, wish, or hope. And we know that. If we don't have a strong growth mindset or powerful mindset, everything is always, I maybe later, I don't know if I could do it. There's a lot of doubt. But when we get related to, and we're going to teach you how to do this, how to really strengthen your mind, you see the possibility. You experience the possibility. So you know that it's true. And next is your mindset and energy determine how you experience reality and yourself in the universe. And this is really at the crux of everything. How do you see yourself? This is the secret. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself within this universe? With unconditional loving eyes? Or is it something else? And so when we get related to that, you are that beautiful, to allow yourself that level of unconditional self-love, self-worth, and that identity and that image of yourself as being beautiful. loving, powerful, fearless, unstoppable, gorgeous. When you relate to yourself in that way, which is what it is, what is so, then you see the entire universe in a new way. So that's what's available in MindLine. So number one, we're going to go sacred mission. So if you have a journal handy, if you have a piece of paper, if you have a pencil, something like that, get that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because tonight we're going to dive in. We're going to go over what your sacred mission is, how to align with it. We have several little processes that will walk you through. And then there are some PDFs that I put in the Facebook group, and I also emailed it to everybody. So you can either look at the PDFs and answer the questions in a journal or piece of paper, or you can print them out. And you can print them out and just answer it, or print it out and fill it out on the PDF itself. Okay. So you'll find that in the file section of the Facebook group. Okay. But really the whole purpose of tonight is to get aligned with your sacred mission. And once you have your sacred mission dialed in, then we'll go over tomorrow how to actually actualize this. Okay. So we're going to walk you through a few different sections of your sacred mission. And then, like I said, tomorrow we'll go over how to really start to implement that. Okay. So let me see here. I'm trying to get the next slide. Okay. Okay. So your sacred mission, why you're here on the planet at this time. It's your reason for being. It's what's seeking to be birthed from within. It's your soul's mission. It's what's seeking to be healed, transformed, and manifested through you. Okay, so that's what we're dialing in on right here, right now.
Good. So knowing your sacred mission clarifies the pathway and provides your true north. That's also what we're going to be doing, right? If we don't know where we're going, then sometimes we can be rudderless, right? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? But knowing your sacred mission, it clarifies the pathway and it makes it so much easier to know what actions to take. That doesn't mean it's always going to be easy, right? But we want to get really related to what our sacred mission is as a way of bringing peace and ease through that clarity. That clarifies the pathway and provides your true north. When we have a true north, we know where we're aiming. We know exactly where we're going. If you're on a trip and you're saying, hey, I'm going to New York from LA, you know where you're going and you know the pathway to get there, right? But if you say, I'm heading out and I don't know where I'm going, and I'm supposed to be getting to someplace on the East Coast, but I don't even know where I'm going, then we're just kind of running aimlessly. And certain times in life, that is advantageous, right? If you're just saying, if you're just saying, I'm open to all possibilities, which we always want to be. But when we have that true north, even to say that I'm open to all possibilities is a true north. This is what we want to do. That's what we talk about, living an intentional life and getting in alignment with what it is that we're looking to create.
And I don't know if you guys are like how I was in the past, but before I really sussed this out for myself, really what is my sacred mission and got really clear about it, I felt like something was missing. I felt like I was just kind of going through life, but I wasn't sure. I had a career that I kind of liked, but then I started to get really stressed out over it. And it didn't feel like it was an alignment anymore. And I had, a wonderful relationship. I had the things, I checked the boxes, but it's just still felt like there was something that was off. And it was really, after going through this, it was really because I hadn't really clarified, why am I here? What is my mission here? What am I doing? And just having that true north, literally just it changes everything. It just, and it creates that pathway. It slices the pathway right for the universe to go, here you go. Here you go. Here's the direction that you're headed in. And then everything starts to fall into alignment when you get this.
Absolutely. So let's look at, you don't have to figure out the how right now. Know that, okay? Life's purpose will continue to unfold and reveal itself as you get in alignment. That's what we're going to be doing today and tomorrow. And the how and the actions to take will become clear as you move into the manifestation activation, which we'll be doing in day 2. So we're going to move a little bit quickly. Again, have your pen and your paper or whatever you're writing down. And what we're going to be doing is creating your sacred mission. Okay.
And your sacred mission there's 3 components to your sacred mission. Okay. So there's going to be a life's purpose statement, a section called My Manifested Life, and your inspiring goal. And we found that when you can really articulate and put these 3 components together, you really will have that true north. And then, like we said, tomorrow we'll show you the processes to really put it into action. Okay.
And these are in the Facebook group. So everybody has access to these as we go through this. So we're moving fast. Don't worry about it. You'll have access to it. We're just going over how we create this and what will be the next steps. Okay.
And I also emailed it to everybody as well.
Beautiful. So the questions that are going to be on that, on that sheet in the email, it's going to be 1.2. And what's going to be within the PDFs within the Facebook group are these. And this is how we start to define what our true north is. Okay. And when I remember the first time that I started to do this work, I was like, whoa, this is true. Wow, this is incredible. Wow, I didn't know that I actually was that, or this is something that I was really kind of alignment with everything that I wanted. Right. And you'll start to see that as you ask yourself these questions. So let's go over these quickly. You're going to be doing this. You could do some of it here, but you could do that as an assignment after we do this, after we complete here today, okay? So what are the positive qualities that you most want to practice in your life? What are those? 2, what most excites you about life? 3, what do you absolutely love doing? It could be anything. And we want to make sure that when you're doing these exercises that you don't argue for your limitations. We see that so many times with people that we work with. When we start to talk about it, they arguing for the limitations. Oh, I'd like to do this, but right. Less now because most times we are working with people who are ready to go, right? But you see that from time to time. So what do you absolutely love doing? Share it. What do other people say that you're good at? Brag on yourself. This is your opportunity to share. What do people say you're good at? People say I'm pretty good at this. Write it down, okay? And go into great detail. And it doesn't have to be one thing, many things. What's the most exciting and fun thing that you could do for the rest of your life? Okay. Now, from when I used to ask some people, they say, oh, I just want to sit on the beach all day and just read. I know it sounds great. I talk to enough millionaires that gets boring after a while. Trust me. They get bored after a while of sitting on the beach and doing nothing. What you want to do is be lit up by a life's purpose. And so that's what we're creating. That's what we're getting into. That's what we're diving into is what's next. Okay. 6, if you knew you were going to succeed at whatever you did, what would you do or be? 7, what is the greatest contribution that you feel you would want to make to the world? 8, what is a mission that would light your soul on fire? 9, what clarity have you discovered and or empowering messages that you've received regarding your life's purpose? Anything that comes forward. Okay. Now we're going to switch over to share with you guys straight from Thrive, but it's so you can see exactly how this works out. And these are all this that we're going to share with you here are all the things that all of you have. Okay.
You're going to take some time. These are the same questions that we just asked you. Okay. And you guys have this as a PDF and you're going to take a little bit of time and just have fun with it. It doesn't have to take a long time. Just kind of tap into your soul, tap into your spirit, and come with just a beginner's mindset too, of just like, let me just see what's here, what's present right here, right now. Okay. So you're going to fill that out. Okay. That's the first exercise that you'll do. Okay. And then you're going to create a life's purpose statement. Okay. You're going to create a life's purpose statement. So you're going to look at Well, you can just read what that says there. So now that you've gotten present to your inherent gifts, as well as having evoked an overall vision of what truly moves you, you will begin to create your life's purpose statement. Review your answers. That's from those questions that we just went over. Review your answers and get present to the overall vibration that they carry. While reviewing your answers, ask yourself these questions as a way of being conscious to the vibrations that they are communicating. What is the energy that exists within my answers? What are the underlying foundational principles of my answers? What are the feelings that arise when I read my answers? Now, using the energy, frequency, vibration of the answers that you provided in the exercise, you will begin to formulate your life's purpose statement. And I don't want you guys to get significant about this. I don't want you, because we've had people in the past where they're like, it just feels so big. I don't know where to start. Just start. This is like, think of it as like a piece of clay.
Yes.
And you're just starting to chip away. You can go back. I go back and rewrite mine all the time because things shift and change, and I refine it and, fine tune it. And we're ever evolving beings. So this is always going to be evolving. So don't get caught up on it having to be perfect, having to be right. Just whatever comes forward to, tonight or tomorrow when you work this out is going to be perfect. Okay. So your life's purpose statement is your true north. It's your internal compass that guides your every thought and action of your life. It's your underlying why you are on this planet. It represents who you truly are at your deepest level and is the foundation from which all of your decisions arise from. It represents your alignment with source energy and reflects your sacred connection to your higher self. Your life's purpose statement captures the overall essence of what you are here to be, do, and experience. It is what you've come to this planet to embody. And your life's purpose isn't something that you create, but rather that is and has always been within you and that you now discover. It's in your DNA. I just got the chills. And within the very fabric of your soul. It's your guiding light and will always lead you in the right direction while on this miraculous and mystical journey through life. So the beautiful thing about the life's purpose statement is that you have it. Once you create it, you have it. And then you'll know, like, is this in alignment? If something comes up, if it's, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's whatever it is, you ask yourself, is this in alignment with my life's purpose statement? And if it is, go for it. If it's not, see ya.
Yeah.
And you just start, it just really helps to like keep you in your lane, in the lane that you were meant to live in.
Yeah. So line one, we want to reflect the true essence of who you are, your source, your light, your love as God. Line two, state the essence of what you are here to be, do, and experience. And line three, this is optional, but this is how we were initially taught, and this is what resonated with us. And it's a beautiful way to look at things. It's my destiny to raise to higher and higher levels of consciousness and bring into manifestation more and more of creation's infinite wonders. I'm going to read that again. Neville Goddard is one of the great manifestation teachers that the world has ever known. I never knew about this gentleman until I started researching him, until we were taught about him by the late, great Bob Proctor. But this is what he leaned on, right? It's my destiny to raise to higher and higher levels of consciousness and bring into manifestation more and more of creation's infinite wonders. Yes, that's exactly what we've been talking about the whole time. So here's an example of a life's purpose statement. The higher purpose of my life is to be in conscious alignment with source energy and to reflect and radiate love, light, and joy every day. My purpose is to use my being to teach, heal, and transform human consciousness by reflecting to people and helping them attune to the highest version of themselves so that all of humanity is fully awakened to our highest potential, radiating love, light, and living in joy. It is my destiny to raise to higher and higher levels of consciousness and bring into manifestation more and more of creation's infinite wonders. Woo! Let's go.
Yeah. So you're going to look at the answers to your questions, and they're going to kind of just guide you as to what to put in your life's purpose statement. Don't make it too significant. Don't get stressed out over it. It can just be really simple, and you can just kind of look at this and basically kind of follow along. We really walk you through how to do it.
Okay. And as James Redfield says, we all have a spiritual purpose, a mission that we have been pursuing without being fully aware of it. And once we bring it completely into consciousness, our lives can take off. Well, I'm just going to say that your life has already taken off.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's go.
So that's the next one. Okay. And then you're going to do my manifested life worksheet. Okay. And this can just be fun. And again, these do not have to take a long time. They can do you can spend 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. So my manifested life worksheet, you're going to set your intention to answer these questions with an open heart. Be unabashed in what you truly desire. Be honest with yourself about what you truly want your life to look like and how you want to feel. Answer these questions without filter, judgment, or even logic. This is an opportunity to fully express yourself and visualize what your life will ultimately look like. So make it beautiful, fulfilling, and empowering. Okay. So you're going to go through these questions. What's the grandest, greatest vision of who you want to become? What is the grandest, greatest vision of what you want to experience emotionally and how you want to feel? From these visions, what do your relationships look like? Write it out. From these visions, what does your health look like? From these visions, what does your career look like? What does your income look like? What does your lifestyle look like? What does your relationship to self look like? What do your spiritual practices look like? What does the world look like? Okay, so you're really getting clear about what are the things that you want to manifest in your life? What do your relationships look like? What does your health look like? You know, it's simple stuff, but sometimes all the time, when we take the time to really define what it is, what we want, we let our spirit speak. You let your spirit speak. And when you can actually have the courage to say, this is what I'm up to, watch what happens. Watch what happens. Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's number 3. And then you're going to create a goal. Okay. And again, these are really simple and it shouldn't take a long time. You write down the top 3 things you really want to be, do, or have within the next 6 to 12 months. Think in terms of physical desires, spiritual desires, and emotional desires. These can be in any realm of your life that you choose. They can be personal, professional, tangible, or intangible. Once again, be completely open and allow your imagination and intuition to take hold. So what's really important to you? Mm-hmm. Your top 3 desires, okay? And then you're going to follow the template. I'm so happy and grateful now that blank, which means that blank, fill in desire number 2, and blank, desire number 3.
And it doesn't have to be perfect.
Not at all. And you can always go back and shift this. We're just giving you the template to work with because this is a component. There's the 3 components of your sacred mission, which we'll show you on the next sheet. And when you have this, you will be able to go out and really actualize your life's purpose. Okay?
Yeah. And we're giving you permission to dig in and dream here. Just allow your imagination to flow. We're giving you full permission to allow your highest, grandest, greatest version of yourself to be expressed, shown out to the world, certainly shown to you. This is your opportunity to really voice what those desires are.
Okay. And then you're going to put it together. So all this PDF is your life's purpose statement at the top, which you've already done. You're just going to fill it in. Okay. Then my manifested life, you're going to take all of those things that you're like, oh, what do my relationships look like? What does my health look like? What does my income look like? You're going to take the top things from there and write those out. Just basically copy from your other worksheet what your manifested life looks like. And then you're going to write out your inspiring goal, which you did on your other worksheet. So you have those 3 components all on one sheet, and it shouldn't take very long. And again, just have fun with it and play with it. And you have all of that in the Facebook group and in your email. And what we want you to do is when you're done with that, you can take, this evening, you can work on it tomorrow, but come tomorrow at 5 PST with it completed so we can move into really how to actualize this in your everyday life. Okay. And post it if you, for you brave souls out there, post it in the Facebook group, because when you share what you're up to with, everybody here, there's a reason why we all come together at a specific time and place, right? And we all have each other's back, ask questions. If you're bumping up against something in the face, you can ask questions in the Facebook group. You can message on Messenger, Kaleo or myself, and we can help you work through this if you need some help. But it should really come from you, from within, and then you can post it in the Facebook group, so we can learn from one another, and we can see what each one of us are up to, so we can hold you up, hold you in that light, and really help you to manifest this beautiful life that you're manifesting.
Absolutely. Let us support you. Let us cheerlead for you. Let us see that beautiful goal. Let us see that beautiful energy that you bring to the table. Allow us to share. Allow us to be able to, again, cheerlead and support you. That's what we're here for. And I guarantee you that's what you're going to get from Mika and I. And it's a beautiful group of healers in here. So this is a safe space in order to share. It's a safe place in order to declare what you're up to. And we want you to. We want to be inspired by you as well. And we're going to help you to be able to manifest and actualize that. So like Mika said, do these things. And for some of you, the challenge has already begun, right? Oh, I got to do that. I got to take the time, be disciplined. Be disciplined in this in order for you to be able to start to crack open to the next realm of what is seeking to be birthed from within.
Yeah. And if you're thinking of it as a have to do, think of it as I get to do. Like, this is really like, I'm designing my life right now. I'm literally designing my life, because we all have creator energy in us. That's who we are. And we all have the ability to create whatever life we want. And that light, our soul, our spirit knows that highest version of self. And that's what we're digging into. Okay. That's what we're diving into. So with that, you guys have everything that you need. Are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions? If you have any questions on that, you can type them into the chat.
Okay. So again, here's a day one challenge. Feel free to chat or write anything if you need. But here's the completed sacred mission, right? Life's purpose statement, my manifested life, my inspiring goal. That, if you complete that, then you completed the day one challenge. That's what it comes down to. And we have a day one bonus, which has been super fun for Mika and I. So fun. So the day one bonus is to create a Pinterest manifestation board. If you folks don't know how to make a Pinterest manifestation board, it's something that we have also. Do we put the PDF in the Facebook group as to how to do that?
I did not, but I will.
Okay. And we'll share that with you. We want you to see how easy it is, how fun it is to create a Pinterest board for yourself so that you can see it. Okay. So this is what I'll share with you what it looks like on our Pinterest board. Okay. So when we did this work, and we started to really say, what does it look like for my life to be actualized in the way that I want? Here's some of the images that we have for the luxury shamanic retreats that Mika and I are creating.
Yeah, that's what was coming up for us, was creating these beautiful retreats and plant medicine retreats. And then we started, this is Kaleo's board. So you're going to see a lot of like the male version.
Masculine.
It's the masculine version. I have a feminine version of this board. But it's like, okay, what is that person that is in alignment with that sacred mission? Once you get all of that down, what does he or she look like? What is she wearing? What kind of places does he or she live in, travel to, create? What kind of, like for us, it was, this part of the sacred mission was creating these retreats. And so we did a lot of like the retreat spaces and things like that. So it's whatever it is, whatever comes out of your sacred mission when you're working on that, start to put a vision to it as well. And this Pinterest board is like such an easy way because there's such incredible images that you have access to just so easily. Such a great way to really put a visual on what it is that you're creating your life.
Yeah. So we want you as a bonus to create your own manifestation board. What does your inspired life look like? What does your life's purpose look like? It doesn't have to look anything like mine. It doesn't have to look at Mika's. It's going to look exactly like yours. And when you do this, every time I see this, it inspires me. Every time it kicks in new energy. Every time it has me wanting to dig in and align with this. Trust me, it will for you as well. And so that's why we have this as a day number 1 bonus for you if you are to take that on. And again, we will put that in the Facebook chat, how to create your own manifestation board. And again, the bonus would be to share it.
It's all under files. It'll be under files, all the PDFs. When you go to our Facebook group, there's a little section at the top that says files, and you can just click on that and you'll see everything there. Beautiful.
So that is, let me see. Okay. So day 2, what to look forward to. Okay. This is day 1. You're going to be diving in already, aligning with your life's purpose. It's going to feel incredible. You're hopefully going to create your manifestation board as well. You're going to be in the flow. You're going to share this thing. You're like, wow, I know what I'm up to. I'm creating it. I'm getting into the energy. I'm getting into the vibration. Now what? Okay. Day 2, what to look forward to is begin manifesting that immediately. Okay. We're going to begin to manifest the energy of what it is that you've created in your life, what it is that you're living into. We're going to do that on day 2. Okay. So exciting. And you are going to feel it. You're going to feel the manifestation of that right here, right now, as we gather tomorrow. Number 2 is to get clearly defined actions to take next. Listen, it's not enough to think about it. Like you see all these books on our shelf. If you don't take action on it, it's just shelf help. It's not self-help, right? You need to actually take action in this 3D reality in order for things to be created. It's not enough to think about the iPhone. You actually have to bring it into the third dimension in order for an iPhone to be created. Same way with your life, same way with your life's purpose, same way with whatever you're up to creating. So we're going to get clearly defined actions to take. And it's not going to be overwhelming, but it is something that's going to be like, man, I get to live into this. Man, here's my true north. I'm ready to go. This is what I'm going to be doing every day. This is the way that I'm aligning with that energy. That's what we want. And the more that you do that, the more that you conjure that energy. This is magic. It is magic, but it feels magical. Like we say, it's not magic, but it does feel magical when you're experiencing, but it is magic. You're magic. And that's what we're creating here. Okay. Number 3 is to align energetically. Okay. We want to get an energetic alignment with that way of being. As we mentioned from the top, the quantum realm, the block universe. This is what Einstein talked about. In that block universe, everything that has, is, will ever be is existing in that space. It's just a matter of our resonance and our vibration and our frequency and alignment with that brings it into the 3rd dimension. This is the magical space. This is the next level of human consciousness. This is the consciousness shift. This is the ascension. This is what we're talking about. It's aligning with that quantum realm in order to bring it into the 3rd dimension. And we do that energetically. Everything is energy, vibration, energy, frequency. Resonance. What is your resonance? Is it in alignment? Let's get in alignment in order to bring that into the 3rd dimension. Okay. So that's what we get to look forward to on day 2. And we're super excited to have you there on day 2. Now, this is a couple things that we also, as always, we always want to connect with people who are inspired. Right. And so when we talked about from the top, the people who are really inspired to connect with us, some of you have already connected and we love connecting with you. You know, we love hearing what you're up to. We love getting connected to what your dreams are, what your visions are, what you're up to creating, what you're up to manifesting. It's beautiful. And like we said, spiritually minded professionals and conscious entrepreneurs, those are our people. People who are spiritually minded, they're professional in nature. They are someone who is an action taker. Or a conscious entrepreneur. I'm an action taker. I'm somebody who's looking to not only to make an impact, but I'm also seeking my own transformation either in my business or in my personal life. I'm looking and I'm seeking transformation and I'm ready to make an impact. Those individuals, if that is you, either here today or on the callback or on the playback, and you're inspired to say, hey, I'm ready to take that next step. And I'm ready to have that transformation. Based on everything that we shared here, then we say, let us get connected and you can schedule a free life's purpose strategy session with us. It's real simple. We don't push. If it's something that's in alignment, great. If it's not, no problem. But we know that when we work with people, individuals are held in this space and they get the results that they're looking for. There's many testimonials that you can see on our website. You can go to thriveintegration.com and see that. There's plenty of people who we've already worked with in that regard. But if that's you, if you are a spiritually minded professional or a conscious entrepreneur and you're seeking transformation and you're ready to make an impact, you've checked all the boxes in life and you're like, hey, I'm ready for the next. I checked all the boxes and maybe I'm still not fulfilled completely, or I'm starting to find out what it is that I'm living into and I'm ready to go. Then schedule a call with us. It's a free complimentary life purpose strategy session. We'll get really related to what it is specifically for you that you're looking to create, and then help you to define how to create that, the blueprint, the roadmap. And we're going to do some of that in day 2, but we just want to share with you that's available for anybody who is called in that way. So that is the call, and you can get connected with us, either Mika or myself, Kaleo, on the Facebook group. And so just DM us and say call, and we'll reach out to you and we'll connect, and we'll make a time to get related to one another and see what we can do in order to have you make that impact and have that transformation. Okay. Number 2 is the sacred plant medicine journey to Peru. Some of you, again, if those individuals who are called to have a plant medicine experience, as we said, it's important for setting and a guide. Right. So some of you may have already seen this, but for those who haven't or are listening on a playback, we have an unbelievable, incredible journey that we are so humbly to be a part of because of the guides and the Amazonian chiefs that we're going to be sitting with here in Peru. So we're so blessed to be with these individuals, but we have a sacred plant medicine journey in Peru coming up in June. And so that particular journey is going to be with guides that are really the next level of what you're looking to experience with plant medicine. We're going to be going to Machu Picchu. We're going to be going to other sacred sites, Ollantaytambo, meeting the people, getting involved with them, and really getting connected to not only the land, but that inner peace, that inner strength, that inner power. And so in that space, we're going to be connecting with individuals. So some people, they say, hey, wow, I didn't even know. I'm ready. I've been called to Peru. I've been called to Machu Picchu. I want to have this incredible experience. Please let me know how to be a part of it. Then we would say, this is really where you would want to start. And what we would say, again, reach out to us and comment Peru. This is the plant medicine journey to Peru that we're having June 23rd through July 2nd. Now, we just put it out. It's already half full. We only have a space for a handful of other people to come, and then it's maxed out because the amount of space that we can have in the Maloka. But we're already half full for this particular one. So we know that it's going to fill up. If this is for you and you're looking to have this incredible adventure, then reach out to us and put Peru, right? DM us Peru. It's we call it the luxury shamanic retreat because we're not in the jungle, right? We're blending and having people have the amenities that you may want on a retreat. As you can see, some of the things there's massage if you care for it. There's going to be pools. There's going to be jacuzzis. There's going to be the parts that are comforts, right? We want people to experience that, but we also want people to have an incredible plant medicine experience. You know, these places like this is where we're going to be for the ayahuasca ceremony. For anybody who's had an ayahuasca ceremony, can you imagine being there? That's exactly where we're going to be. Or people who haven't had one, even if you weren't having an ayahuasca ceremony, that is the place you want to be, right? But being able to be in that Maloka with a Shipibo elder, with a Shipibo chief. As I said, we've been to many plant medicine ceremonies with many ayahuasqueros, and it's different with this gentleman. It's a blessing to be in his presence. He is absolutely powerful, and just with his voice and a rattle is able to shift the energy of the entire room. He comes with generational wisdom, decades of expertise, thousands of years old, really, of what he is bringing to the table. So if you were called to have a plant medicine experience, this is the kind of individual who you want to be having as a guide because of what he's able to bring to the table. Okay, so this is some of the places that will be. You could see Mika and I last year at Machu Picchu. You could see this is a new place that we're going to be going. Il Taitambo, another ruin that we will be having our sacred plant medicine ceremony with Wachuma. And these are some of our guides, beautiful Wachan and Martika. They are from the Sacred Valley of Peru. These are the individuals who we get to have the opportunity to sit with. They are flautists, they are drummers, they are singers, they are holy people. These are the kind of individuals, if you're looking to have a plant medicine experience, these are the kind of people to have it with. I've had it with many people. I've been blessed to sit with many incredible ayahuasqueros and huachumeros, but these are the tops. I just want to share with you the love and the light that they bring is second to none. And we are in their backyard. And so they teach us, they share with us, they bring us along to all these different places. And we're going to be journeying to different places than we did last year to experience these different kind of connections that we didn't have last year. These kind of places that we were able to have these breakthrough experiences. And of course, there's going to be all the amenities, like we said. That's part of it. You want to have that. But all of these sacred sites, the towns, this is the town of Ollantaytambo with the old Spanish influence, with the cobblestone streets. It's just gorgeous everywhere that we go. This is a place called El Mapi that we go to have our space in Machu Picchu. So we get to travel to Machu Picchu and come back to this type of place. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm getting excited just looking at it again, right? And of course, the food is incredible. I never even thought that going to Peru, that the food was going to be something that I would rave about, but it is unbelievable. So fresh, so good, all harvested right there in that Sacred Valley or surrounding areas around Cusco. It's absolutely incredible. This is our ayahuasquero who we'll be sitting with, and his daughter, beautiful, beautiful souls, incredible, powerful people. And he was recognized by UNESCO as being somewhat of a sacred treasure. And he comes from the Amazon 8 hours in order to sit with us and serve us his medicine that, again, generations old, thousands of years in the making. So this is our beautiful ayahuasquero and his daughter. And these are some of the things that we get to see when we go to and experience the Inti Raymi festival, right? These are the beautiful people, the beautiful cultures, the beautiful colors that we get to have, that we get to share. It's unlike anything that you've ever experienced before. And the city of Cusco is absolutely incredible. And the people of Peru, they don't have a lot. This is how I always describe them. They don't have a lot, but they have everything that they need. And it shines and it shows. They're absolutely beautiful people. And we're so blessed to be a part of it. This is our brother again, Wachan, and the music, they heal with sound. They heal with their vibration. They heal with their energy. And they'll heal you as well, give you an opportunity to transform. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're sharing this, to share him, to share his family, to share his culture. And when you see it and you experience it, you'll never be the same.
It's magical.
It really is magical. So this is all the things, again, we can send this out to you. We'll put this up in the group. It's 4 ceremonies that you'll have. Everything is all inclusive, all the meals, everything, ground transportation, all the tickets to the entrance to Machu Picchu, all the guides that we have throughout this place, all the huachumeros, all the instruments, all the musicians, everything, top to bottom, is all taken care of. You don't have to think about a thing. Once you get off that plane, everything is taken care of. And that's what we wanted to have everybody to have that experience. So there's a whole list of things, again, breakfast, lunch, dinner, the ground transportation, and of course, most importantly, the plant medicines experiences themselves. All of these beautiful hotels and boutique resorts that we're staying at, that's all taken care of as well. And what Mika and I do for everybody who comes is that we give everyone 4 weeks of post-retreat integration. So when we sat with the medicine, one of the first times, our ayahuasquero said 50% of the work is done in the ayahuasca in this maloca. And then 50% of the work is done when you go home. And when you're not with the medicine, when you're with your family, with your friends, when you're with your children, when you're with your social circles, when you're at your job, this is where the rubber meets the road, where you bring ceremony in, where you live your intentional life, where you live life as a ceremony. And so this is what we transition people. Sometimes you might have a plant medicine experience and then you're off on your own. And a lot of times people have these dips, but we don't want anyone to have a dip. We just like we are sharing here in this container, we're about up leveling. We're about supporting. We're about bringing you and inspiring you to take yourself to the next level and championing and cheerleading for you. And that's exactly what we do after we come back from Peru. 4 weeks that we get to stay together, and we keep on building on that energy that we've had, the healing and transformation. And we want to make sure that you are taken care of in that way. Okay. These, as you say, when you go to see Peru, these Wacham, Artik, and Siwa Kenti, beautiful souls. This is Mika and myself, a little bit about us, about ayahuasca, about Wachuma, if you have any questions about those things. And then the itinerary. So going to Cusco the first day, the Inti Raymi festival that we'll be going to Il Quiltambo, which is the day that we'll have Wachuma, then going to Machu Picchu the next day, and then going to having the Aini Pukara ceremony at this gorgeous waterfall, Mandor waterfall. It's absolutely beautiful, stunning. It's like you're in paradise. You are in paradise. You're in the Amazon. So it's unbelievable. Day 6, we get to visit this culture that has been the same for the last several hundred years, our guide tells us. So these people are so beautiful, and their ways are so beautiful that we get to be a part of them and be able to contribute to them on that day. And then we have these 2 sacred plant medicine experiences in ayahuasca in Urubamba. This is a new place. Go to see this place called Chipon, and then come home. But we just want to share all of these things. Again, if you're called to it, it's nothing that you want to ever force. If you're called to the medicine, beautiful. Reach out, DM us Peru. If not, no worries. There'll be a time. We want you to, only those individuals who are called and they want to have this incredible adventure. This is what we're presenting, and it's going to be incredible. And again, there's testimonies from people who did it last year that are just through the roof, life-changing, as you know. But if you were called, great. If not, day 2, tomorrow, we're going to come back and keep on uplifting, getting you into that frequency, getting you into that vibration. We want to come with as much value as possible. We just share the call, and we share Peru because we know what those things are able to do. And if you're called, great. But if not, we're still going to be here for you tomorrow. We're still going to continue to give. We're still going to continue to up level and have you get in alignment with your greatest version of yourself. That's what's available. With that being said, we just send you so much love, light, and aloha. We're really looking forward to connecting with you tomorrow. That's going to be the opportunity for us to connect again and get into this energy again, to get into this vibration. And really tomorrow, we're really going to start to get into the frequency and energy and the vibration of it all. Okay. Absolutely. So just know that that's coming tomorrow. We're going to be able to connect. If you have any questions, reach out to us in the Facebook group. That's where we'll be. Send us a message. Hey, thanks, Gwen. Thank you so much for everybody for that at the beginning of being patient.
Thank you. I know that, yes, thank you for your patience with getting everything started. Just such beautiful energy here. We can feel you all. And tomorrow we will have an incredible day. So take on the challenge, check out those PDFs, and we'll see you tomorrow on one other thing.
Well, I was just going to say, should we expect to be in Zoom again? We're going to try to work out the technical.
Let's just do it in Zoom.
Zoom.
Let's just do it in Zoom. We'll work it out and we'll do another that way. But let's do it in Zoom tomorrow, just so we're clear. It'll be the same link for tomorrow, but I'll send it out to everybody again so you have it.
Beautiful. Okay, that being said, sending you guys all so much love, light, and aloha. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Love
bye,
you.
Everybody.
Bye.